Welcome back, pointers. Welcome to Pointing 5. Too many towers. Today I'm going to be collecting some treasures, some feathers, and I think that's it. From the San Gigimano city. San Gigimano. Something like that. Alright, so I'm going to be reading off databases, so I won't talk to you for a while, but then I'll also be doing some post-commentary after because there's too much pointing footage to do, so I will be doing some post-commentary. But that'll be after. Okay. Mercenaries. From Rebecca. I bet you can pay those mercenaries to fight for you. Just go up and talk to them. Mercenaries were highly mobile in Renaissance Italy, moving from contract to contract. Professional captains called gonterinieri, usually paid for by cities, recruited men for a fixed amount of time. Many of the for-hire soldiers who served in Italy weren't even Italian, coming from places like Germany, Switzerland and Hungary. In their perpetual struggle to dominate Italy, the Italian states hired mercenaries to wage war against their Italian neighbours, and the soldiers, many of whom had no code of honour, would often rape and sack freely. When the state that was bankrolling them ran out of money, the soldiers would disband, frequently to be hired to destroy the very city they had just fought to defend. Some mercenaries were honourable, fighting for a cause they believed in, but men such as these were few and far between. Where they existed, however, they were much sought after. Caravan travel. From Rebecca. You should be able to buy a caravan to ride to another city. Travel in the Renaissance was not the disgusting ordeal it is today. Instead, it was merely terrifying. The countryside was filled with bandits, causing most travellers to move in armed groups called caravans. Anxious voyagers usually sewed valuables and gold into the soles of their shoes, or the lining of their jackets. Guides, called vetturini, were sometimes hired to help plot the route of the caravans and book rooms at local inns, but those carriers were often working with the bandits, just like travel agents today. Mario Auditore. Date of birth 1434, profession gonterinieri and noble. One of several gonterinieri patrolling the Tuscan countryside, Mario Auditore played a significant role in the Battle of Ancahiari, alerting Micheletto Attataldo to the appearance of several dust clouds over the road which signalled a surprise advance by Milanese troops. Thanks to Mario, the Milanese attack was foiled, and the Florentines won the battle. Although Mario sided with Florence in Anghiari, for most of his career he defended the interests of his hometown Monteriggioni, derailing Florentine attempts to seize Tuscan territory. While Mario's younger brother Giovanni moved to Florence in 1454 to pursue a career in banking, Mario stayed at the family's villa in Monteriggioni, stating to a letter to Giovanni that he preferred fighting like a man to filling out balance sheets. Torri del Salvucci. From Rebecca. One of those strange glyphs Sean mentioned is on this landmark. You should go find it. In a city famous for its towers, the Salvucci family is a display of 13th century might. Erected not one but two. And not only did they erect two, they built them to be taller than the ruler of San Gigimano's, the Podesta's tower. Despite a few made in 1255 that prohibited such an act of blatant brick-and-mortar style aggression, outraged, the Podesta forced the towers to cut down until they were smaller than his. Antico Teatro Romano. From Rebecca. One of those strange glyphs Sean mentioned is on this landmark. You should go find it. Inspired by Greek theatres which had a similar structure, ruins of ancient Roman theatres can be found throughout the territories once ruled by the empire. Typical Roman theatres were constructed of concrete, a material no longer used in Renaissance Italy. Because the recipe had been lost, their semi-circular design created superior acoustics, allowing spectators to hear the plays, speeches, or choral events performed on stage. Notice the lack of marble. Renaissance Italians practiced a rudimentary form of recycling when dealing with Roman structures. Any marble that could be found was ripped off the buildings to be reused for free. Torre del Diavolo. From Rebecca. One of those strange glyphs Sean mentions on this landmark. You should go find it. Probably built for medieval defence, the Torre del Diavolo once had a walkway to its summit. The wooden spikes around the top held the boards of the walkway in place. Depending upon who you ask, the name the Devil's Tower comes from either the fact that lightning once struck the tower, or that the original owner left on a trip, only to come back and find it slightly higher than when he left. Torre Rognosa. Connected to the 13th century Palazzo Vecchio del Podesta, the Torre Ragnosa rises 51 metres above San Gigimano. Podesta, power in English, was the title given to the appointed head of many Italian cities, The Palazzo Verrocchio was the residence of the Podesta of San Giovanni for about 100 years, until in 1337 he moved across the square into the Palazzo Comunale. Why would the Podesta simply abandon tradition like that? Perhaps because the Palazzo Comunale has the largest tower in San Giovanni. Tower envy. Do not underestimate it as a force for change. Santa Maria Assunta, from Rebecca. One of those strange glyphs Sean mentioned is on this landmark. You should go find it. Referred to as the Duomo by locals, even though it doesn't deserve the title because the town has no bishop, Santa Maria Assunta was built in the 12th century. Shockingly, it has no tower. Although in San Giovanni, the city of towers, such an act of celibacy coming from a church was probably a smart move. San Giugiumano, named after the Saint Genuinus, who supposedly conjured up a dense fog to save the city from Modena from Attila the Hun, San Giugiumano was founded in the 3rd century. The city grew from the 10th century onward as a sloping point along the pilgrim route to Rome. In 1199, once its citizens grew wealthy, San Giovanni separated from the bishops of Volterra and became self-governing. The city's distinctive towers were created as its wealthy citizens competed to display how much money was actually in their pockets. In its heyday, the city had 72 towers. But the plague of 1348 decimated San Giovanni. Without money for upkeep, the town started to fall apart. The council appealed to Florence, and Florence took control. Villa Salviati. Made wealthy through his connection to the Pope, Archbishop Francesco Salviati purchased the Tuscan villa in 1475 in anticipation of becoming Archbishop of Florence. He spent the next few years having it renovated in a Tuscan style, while plotting with the Pazzi family to invade Florence. Sadly, this left him very little time to enjoy it before his inevitable demise. After the conspiracy went south, archival documents indicate that Salviati swapped his archbishop outfit with one of the residents of Florence, who was then lynched in his place, while he escaped to his villa. Monte Oliveto Maggiore, from Rebecca. One of those strange glyphs Sean mentions on this landmark. You should go find it. Founded in 1313 by Bernardo Tolomi, the monastery of Monte Oliveto Maggiore is Benedictine in practice. Benedictine monks were the most mainstream practicing, preach, prayer and work, were living in autonomous communities with their own local government. Monte Oliveto Maggiore owned most of the land in the Siena region, so having its own private government would come in handy when dealing with such riches as would a good lawyer. Fortunately, Bernardo Tolomi was a jurist, leaving the monastery in a very lucrative state by the time he died. Villa Auditore, from Rebecca. One of those strange glyphs Sean mentions on this landmark. You should go find it. Constructed in 1290, the Villa Auditore is an important medieval predecessor to early Renaissance architecture. The villa's wonderful symmetry and ordered geometry were a revelation for its time. Not only concerned with aesthetics, Domenico Auditore, Ezio Auditore's great-grandfather, designed his home to double as a fortress and a training ground, looking out both over the city it protects and the Tuscan plains. After a Florentine attack in 1320 left the facade damaged, the present facade was erected and a painting gallery was added to the interior. Domenico was more than just an architect and a warrior, he was also a skilled engineer. Recently discovered hidden compartments and rooms with mechanics blocking entry are several unique features of the building that make it a technological marvel, as well as an architectural one. Monteriggioni. Built in the 13th century by the overlords of Siena, Monteriggioni was actively involved in the defence of Tuscany against Florentine attempts to gain more territory. At the front of this conflict was the Auditore family, who became the city's rulers and protectors. It was the Auditore who constructed Monteriggioni's famous walls, which can still be seen today. Although standing in opposition of Florentine desires, the Auditore had cordial relations with the Medici family, largely due to their collective Florentine roots. Monteriggioni successfully withstood attacks from Florence until in 1554 the city was betrayed. Giovanni Zetti, the keeper of the garrison and a Florentine exile, was allowed to return to Florence in exchange for the keys to the city. Extraordinary, the Auditore were allowed to continue their rule of Monteriggioni under Florentine leadership, showing that the Medici do not forget their friends. Okay, so we're back to some more pointing. This is post-commentary now, because I've run out of database entries. But it's not too bad, at least you've got it done. Well, that was more than I thought there was anyway. It's about 10 minutes of it, which is pretty good. Which you can probably tell if you look down at the older timestamp to see how long we're into the video. I think it's about 10 minutes or so. But yeah, it's not too bad. I will say that, obviously there's not in this episode because it's not really outside, but you may have seen in the last pointing episode that we had a little bit of trouble with not finding my horse. I've been looking a little bit in between recording at if there actually are black horses, because I actually can't remember. I could have swore there were. I know ages and ages and ages ago I used to only wear... I wore horses. War horse. I only used to ride white horses because, you know, Assassin robes are white, so that's why I did it. And then I sort of went to black horses sort of, you know, at a time around that sort of time. But I've been looking and I can't seem to find any black horses online. Obviously there's not very good videos about them. I've seen one video where there is a black horse, but it's the one we saw with the white mane. So maybe that is Shadow and he's just dyed his hair. So maybe that is my horse and he's just dyed his hair. I mean, I must admit, I don't think he would have done that, but maybe he has. No. It's alright. Eminem's got away. Oh, look, it's a pickpocket. Oh, quick. Oh, no. Why didn't that work? That so should have worked. Sorry, I've got to look at the screen, so of course I am. I'm doing two things at once. I'm playing some game while I'm obviously watching this and recording post-commentary. I can do both. It's how it works. I can multitask. But it's not too bad. So what was I saying about horses? Yeah, I'm not sure. So if anyone can actually remember, I probably found out by now, but if anyone can remember if there are black horses in Assassin's Creed 2, like if you've got a save game of higher in the future of Assassin's Creed 2, could you possibly check it out? Like go onto it, see if there's any horses outside of Monteriggioni or one of the cities. I'm sure it'll be outside Monteriggioni, but I can't find any evidence anywhere. Obviously, I've deleted all my footage of my save games because I've got a new PS4 and I haven't played it since then. PS3, sorry. So I can't remember if I've actually got... if there were black horses, but I thought there were. I mean, if not, I'll just have to go for the black one with the white mane and, you know, obviously now I know that my horse might have dyed his hair. But we'll find out. But I'm sure those black horses. I'm sure of it. What I might do is I don't know. I know that obviously you can you can do something with the Villa Auditore, and I think you need to progress a little bit more further in the story and stuff like that to unlock some better horses. But I would have to try that out just to see what happens. But I'll have to see. Yeah, I'm apparently also when I was looking at the database entries on, you know, on this place here. I think I might have missed two places, because you can, obviously, if you don't go past a certain a place, it doesn't add it to the database. And I think I'm missing two locations, and I'm not sure which ones they are. I will try and find out and go back to them and see if I can't find them. But obviously, once we go through, we haven't done a lot of the missions in San Giovanni, just yet. Like I was talking about last pointing episode, where you get like this is my favourite place, and one of the reasons why that was because there are these missions called assassination contracts, and they just seem to go on forever in San Giovanni. I don't know if they actually do or if it's just my imagination, but they always seem to go on forever. So that's another reason why I'm not a big fan of San Giovanni. But maybe by doing that, we will also find out the rest of the places in San Giovanni. The locations, add them to the database. That's not too bad. And also, we've got a lot of codex pages to do. We need to get deciphered, which we can't do just yet because we need to. I don't think you can until you've gone to a certain point. So I know Leonardo did say we can go back to him and get him deciphered, but I don't think you can yet until a certain point. We'll actually try and find out maybe before I get too much time. I might actually also try and find a black horse. No, I can't because I've looked and I couldn't find one. I don't know what I'm going to do about the black horse. The black horse will be found. These pointing episodes are just about horses. Horses and towers. Horsey Towers. New TV show coming to a channel near you. Right, why am I fighting? I'm not really paying attention. I know that's an agile guard. That's the first agile guard we've seen, I believe. They're not my favourite of creatures. Because they can keep up with you. And he's going to run away. We'll let you go. Right. Got a lot of money. Oh yeah, and then when we go back into the game we can actually use this money. Oh, that's amazing. I might actually save it for some secret project, which might be happening, which I don't know when we get a chance to do that. I think it might be next mission. Which I'm hoping so, because I really want to find that mission and get it done. Oh, I can't wait to. I can't wait to record it. I love recording Assassin's Creed. Assassin's Creed is just amazing to record. It's like obviously it's not just like everything comes into play when you're making a video. Like if you're playing a game that's boring, it's not going to be very interesting to watch. If you're playing a game that's interesting to watch and you've got bad commentary, it's not going to be good to watch. But if you that pretty much just says I've got good commentary. I don't have good commentary, but like most of this thing is about Assassin's Creed. Like this bit here, we do post commentary. It's mostly me talking, so it's not one of the best videos that I've done. But if obviously it's because Assassin's Creed has got a good story and you can sort of feed off it. You feed off things. That's it. You sort of feed off it and do things. Because I'm one of those people that I mirror the emotions of others, so to speak. So like if someone's happy, I'm usually happy. If someone's annoyed or angry, I feed off that. I can feel that and it comes across. So when I say I try to make someone happy, it's not me trying to say, oh, I'm just trying to make them happy. I actually am trying to make them happy because it usually makes me happy. It's not because I'm selfless. It's because I'm selfish. Really. But that's the basics of it. This is annoying. You have to get out of the city and then go around again. Ugh. It's horrible. It's just a nightmare, that is. Oh, well. But anyway. Now I'm trying to find things to talk about. Sorry for these long pointing episodes. I don't know why they're taking so long. I think it's because I'm doing it wrong. I'm trying to think what episodes we got. Not episodes. What we got to do next time. I think actually. Oh, that's interesting. I think pointing next week we might not have any because I know we've got a few missions in San Giovanni. I'm just trying to think. I was trying to think what my next one is. No, I know what we do. We go back to Florence because we've still got some places there that we haven't. What's it called? Haven't explored, so we'll probably only have one district to do next time, which will be easy. Oh, pointing next week's going to be so cool. We're going to have like one of them. Sorry if you're a big fan of the pointing, but I don't think you will be. But we shouldn't have much left to do. That's good. That's good. I'm happy about that. I'm not saying I hate pointing, but it's definitely... Obviously, the clue's in the name. Pointing is pointless sort of thing. It's not exciting. It's not deep story-related games. Games. I don't know what I'm saying. But no, I can't wait. Sorry, I'm yawning. It's late. It's late and I'm watching these things and I'm playing repetitive gameplay by harvesting life force for Overlord. Just getting 1,000 life force each, in case you wanted to know. Right, so how do we do? Not too bad. There is a bit of bad news. We won't spoil it, but there's something I have to do at the end of this and it's really annoying. I'll try and keep an eye out for that. In fact, why don't I just watch the footage? That'll give me something to talk about. I'm an idiot. Sorry. Right. So Santa Maria Assunta. This one is this. This isn't the one I built. No. This is what they were saying in the database. This is the only thing that hasn't got a tower in this. Obviously the city of towers. Right now, what I did there is I bribed a herald. I don't usually like doing them because you have to give them money, and I want my money. So I usually pickpocket it back after. However, that obviously raises your notoriety a little bit, so it annoys me. It doesn't get it away completely, which is horrible, nasty, and meh. But I suppose it's the penalty for stealing back your money. I suppose you know you got to have some sort of consequence, and unfortunately, that is this one. Right. The only thing about getting all these pointing things here, I like this. Look at that. And I should cut away now. If you'll see a little clock wipe. Or a fade. It's a fade effect. Fade transition. So I cut out the video. Cut the video up. So I must be about 20 minutes, I think. It's not too bad. What was I saying? I've forgotten. Yeah, the only thing about collecting all the stuff here is the fact there's so many towers. They take a while to climb for just one treasure chest at the top. Oh, it is annoying. It annoys me so much. In fact, what am I doing now? I'm going to click a poster because... See, it annoys me. That little bit of notoriety annoys me. Oh, there's a border carrier. Lots of them in this city. I don't know why. Never saw any in Florence. It's really weird. Come on there, Ezio. Get him. He's going to jump down. No, he's not. Get him. Gotcha.
I don't want to die. You can have the pouch.
You can have the pouch. Pouch of Florence. Pouch of Florence. Florence? Florins. 251. Oh, I love collecting money. It's just so satisfying just to see money go up. So yeah, some people say, "Oh, why would you play a video game? It's not real. It's not real life." But it's a sense of accomplishment that I get from it, and story and all that sort of stuff. Like I'm a completionist, so I can do repetitive gameplay over and over and over and over again for ages just to get, for the means to an end sort of thing. With that sort of when it comes to that sort of case. So I love just like building money. Like what I usually do is there's a place here where you can generate money. It just generates the money, and obviously if you leave it every so often, it will get you more money. A bit like a Facebook game. So what I usually do is what I might do, I do usually, but what I might do is I might just leave the game running at some point just to collect loads of money to build it all up, so we won't have to worry about it. I mean, we haven't have to worry about it at all yet, but it's one of those things. I'm impatient when it comes to stuff like this because although I know, I'm low in health and I have no health, I have no medicine. Dr. Volcano, where are you? I'll even settle with Nurse Blue. There's a thing down there. What was it? Was it a guard or a pickpocket? Must run faster. He is after me. He's going to kill me and steal my money. I'm not going to kill you. I get like 75% notoriety for that. I think there's actually a stat that says Borgia carriers killed or something like that. I'm sure they're Borgia carriers. They are in the second game in Brotherhood. They might. I don't know what they are in this. I think they are the same. They never really specify. I don't think, or do they? Maybe in the settings it does. I'll have a look at some point. Just to clear it up.
Where does one learn to move like that?
Hello, team of mercenaries. How goes the fight? How fares the fight? Dr. Volcano, you heard my pleas for help. Thank you. Thank you for healing me. It is much appreciated.
That's better for now.
That is good.
Is the best cure, I always say.
Oh, Dr. Volcano always with his words of wisdom. I agree. Terrible. We'll see you back at Villa Auditore anyway. Back at our base of operations. Right, kill him with a knife. I love the knives. Like, it's the ranged weapons I think I like. I think I was saying about this in Assassin's Creed 1. When I did my Let's Play of that, about the new Assassin's Creed Unity that came out now, and if you're watching this in the future, then it's probably a long old game. You've probably got a game called Assassin's Creed Victory out by now, maybe, unless that's the code name for it. But I was saying about what style I'm going to play. I think actually I'm going to play stealth, or a hybrid of stealth and something else, maybe. Like I know they've got a spear in that, which you can use as a weapon, and I must admit spears always do appeal to me. Like it's the fact that they are also a ranged weapon, but you can use them to keep enemies at bay. It's like crowd control, and it's like the symbol of a guard, isn't it? Like usually you ever get guards that have spears, like pikes, I suppose they'll be as well. But it's just that sort of thing that appeals to me. Like they're guarding the realm. It's like an honourable weapon. That's what I like. I also like swords and shields as well. The sword and shield combo, or magic. Like I've never been a fan of maces or axes. Not for me personally, anyway. Like if my style of person, like that's not really my style. Like swords are usually mine, like a gentleman weapon. But then there's something what's the word? Earthy about I say earthy. Something like quite earthy and sort of grounded about a spear. And I think it's because it was like you think back to Roman times. Like they're sort of a Roman warrior or soldier. I think their choice of weapons was what's it called? It begins with a P. It's a spear, but it's like a. I forget. I played Rise, Son of Rome. How do I not know this? I haven't played it in ages. I ain't got Xbox One anymore because it was with friends. I'm not sure what it's called, but their sort of weapons. They had like a short dagger, which was obviously like one of the probably a gladius or something like that. Was that a weapon? It's in this game, so we'll find it later. It's like a channeled dagger, and they obviously had their sword as well, and their big kite shield. Not kite shield, but their big shield as well. And they have the spear, but obviously they're usually depicted as having spears as well, which I would love to check it out. I love a spear. I would love a spear. And two little games don't really have spears as weapons anymore. Like occasionally you get the old RPG that has one, so it's nice that the Assassin's Creed Unity has a spear weapon of choice, unless it's not got a spear. Which is all my imagination. It's probably all my imagination, actually. Right, 35,000 and a half. It's a good amount of money. I'm not moving for some reason. was he saying? Was he reciting some sort of poetry? Right, as a side mission there, which we'll come back to next in the main episodes. Of course, we can do.
I didn't mean any harm.
Well, don't steal it next time. You little thief. You bugger. You bet my money.
You've caught me. Fairly done. Won't happen again, I swear.
I like that we let them live. Some people would not let them live. They'll kill them out of spite. But no, he's probably just trying to steal it to feed his family. He's probably got a sister somewhere that needs some bread and food. You know. So it's nice to let them live. You can steal money, just not mine. Or any innocent person's. If you go and find a corrupted individual and steal from him, become a master thief. Because a master thief steals from master thieves. Yeah. I am a raccoon. I am part of the Thieficus. Thieficus Raccoonus. Yes. I'd love to do that game, but I don't think I can do Sly Cooper. I think that's a no-no. I think that's a major no-no. And yeah, I might have said that I'm playing. Ooh, is this that? Oh, have I gone past the point I was going to try to say earlier? No, I don't think I have. Yeah, I might have said I was playing the game as well. The game kind of just froze on me. Like major froze on me. Like I can't move in it now. I'll just have to do something. Hopefully you didn't hear that. You'll probably hear another one in a second. Oh, there's a guard up there. What are you doing up here, mate? Hey! Hey! What are you doing up here? You're not allowed up here. Oh, if I'm better... Sorry, you heard the PS3 then. Do I look around this tower? I want to try and find the tallest tower, because the tallest tower is the... Oh, what was it called? I forget what it was called, but it was the one that was... It means power in English. And that's the tallest one. I think this is it. I think it is. Alright, that one over there... Oh, I'm yawning. I'm sure that the one I liked, the one with the bell tower, which reminded me of like an Assassin's Creed 1 style. I tried to jump through that. I did try to jump through there. Forgot about that. Yeah, I think that's the Devil Tower, the Torre del Diavolo, which obviously means the Devil Tower. I could have told you that before reading it in the database. But it's a lovely tower. In fact, is this one now? Look, you see, I'm getting annoyed because it's another one at the top of a bloody tower. I mean, who ever heard of elevators, eh? Could have installed a few. Elevators weren't around at that time? Oh dear. I forgot, sorry. Well, actually, no, you say that, but the Devil Tower that we're talking about actually used to have a path. Oh, well, not a path. What's it called? Like a bridge type thing going up to the top. Because the bits that are sticking out used to hold up the bridge. Or the pathway. There it is up there. Yeah, that one over there. That one's a Diablo Tower, I believe. The Diavolo Tower. I hope you'll get a better view of it, but I doubt it. Go on, stab me in the back. Stabbed him! He's dead. Bang, bang, you're dead. 50 bullets in your head. One red, one blue, one filled with chicken poo. Wow. How do I still remember that? I haven't said that in ages. That must have been primary school I said that last. Blimey, blast from the past. Sorry, I was looking at that tower and thinking, that's a small building. So it sort of influenced what I was going to say about the primary school thing. Right, I'm getting loaded back up now. Gives me something to do. Right, down we go then. Talking about the game, I've gone mad. It's late. It's about, what's the time? Let's have a look, shall we? It's like 12:30 at night. People are sleeping, but they can't really hear me because they're used to it. It's only Purple Cookies that's asleep anyway. Oh, I thought I was going to trick him off. Oh, I like it when they fall off. Wow. Oh, that sucks. That sucks big time. That was a pan of pigeon. Why are you taking little Tommy's place? Yeah, I got 1,000 brown life force, and then it froze, and then it's all gone now.
Raju,
Damn.
you disgust.
I'm so glad Assassin's Creed. I hate it when games freeze. It does that. It's so annoying. I don't even want to play it anymore. Oh dear, I suppose I can though. Go on, I need something to do while I'm doing this. Damn, it's so horrible. That's a horrible feeling. Am I chasing a minstrel? Come here, Mr. Smarty. Come and I wanted to hear your music. Oh, there's another one. You can also throw knives at them to stop them, but cheating. It's cheating. It's chicken's way out.
I won't go back in a cell.
You don't have to. Just give me back my money.
Forgive my sin.
I forgive your sin.
I just
Thank you for the feather. Thank you for the feather. Why does that ring a bell? Thank you for the feather. Oh, it's what I used to say in Assassin's Creed 1 when the Rafik gave me a feather. Oh, I missed that. I miss collecting a feather. Do we have feathers in this game? I seem to remember in the No, maybe we didn't. I seem to remember in the demo, the E3 demo for Assassin's Creed 2, that he used a feather. Oh, I don't remember. Look, see it. I put it down. I tried to use the force to take it down, but it didn't work. I used brute force instead. But I miss the feathers. I miss Assassin's Creed. I was watching a bit of not a video. I think I saw a picture of it the other day, and I was looking at it. I was like, oh, I do like that game. Like, it might be dark and old and repetitive, but it is a lovely game. It's just certain. Like, I was comparing it to this one. It is definitely different, but it's better in different ways. Like, this is better in a lot of different ways, but it's so cool, isn't it? Lovely. Do love the Assassin's Creed franchise. I wish it never ends. So I was thinking how it would end the other day, because I'm reading the Subject 4 comic, and it's sort of that plays more about the modern day side of stuff. And I was just thinking how they would end it all. Like, would they end it in a stalemate between Templar and Assassins? Like, you know, the old balance between good and evil, like, there can't be one without the other sort of thing, or will they do it where the Assassins are on top sort of thing, like, you know, like the start of the Star Wars franchise and Phantom Menace, where they've got like the Council, Jedi Council, stuff like that? Or would they do it more like, you know, with Sith and with Assassins? I don't know. Sith and Assassins? That would be an interesting game. I meant to say Sith and Jedi. Get down now!
Raju, what? Come back here. Let go.
Ooh, why does this ring a bell? I love chucking it off the buildings. It's so satisfying. Just the old mistress of gravity. She is a cruel, cruel lady. Eccolo! I can see him. He's behind me. How did I see him behind me? Go away. Yeah, I seem to remember stopping there for some reason, like looking at that part. Is it because I'm near the end? No, I know what it is. It's because I've nearly got to the point I wanted to talk about earlier. That damn Borgia carrier. Get away from me, confectionery orchestra. I'll listen to your songs later. I like the fact that in a promotional video for Assassin's Creed 2, they have them singing, and it's like blah blah blah. You know the insulting ones they do. And in the actual video, he punched the minstrel and he ran away. And it goes, "But I love you, noble lord." I really want that to happen. I'm going to try and do that, actually. It's amazing. I love it. I love it so much. And if you see here, the bad news is I go into the DNA sequence archives. There we go. And you can see this is a way to check out all your stats and stuff and stuff you've got. Like treasures, I've got all the treasures, which is good. Which I was happy about. And then I got to this point. Feathers. Oh, look at that. It's empty. Oh, look at that. 10 out of 11. We're bloody missing one. So there's me thinking, what one did I miss? So I tried to think about the ones I definitely got. I did definitely got all the ones outside. And there was a point in the middle where I didn't remember getting them. And it was this one. It was on top of a tower. What do you guess? On top of a bloody tower. So I'll climb up. Oh, I tried to at least. Drop here as I drop down. And I believe this is the last thing. I jump back to, you know, the Villa Auditore, our base of operations. to actually sort of leave off where we started. Leave off where we left off. That's pretty cool. Leave off where you left off. But once I've done that, I think I'm alright. That's all done. That's done for another week then. And obviously pointing next week shouldn't be too bad. I say it shouldn't, it's going to be really bad, isn't it? Oh, but I can't wait. I might do an extra abnormal episode of Assassin's Creed 2. I shouldn't really, but I probably will. Hello, panel of pigeons. How are you today? You advising me of where I missed a feather. You could have flown down and told me. There we go. And that's the next lot of feathers, 33 feathers collected. So now it's sure to be safe that the evil people will not make a clone of Little Tommy. Evil Tommy or whatever his name will be, I don't know. Right, so I'm just checking, just to make sure, because I can't believe it myself. Just to make sure I've got all of the stuff I need. 46 out of 46. Good. And the feathers. 33. 11 out of 11. Hallelujah. And here I am, going back to the sitters. Bye, pointers.